A new program is coming to an East Texas college campus aimed at churning out the next generation of healthcare workers. As KLTV7's Alex Weister reports, it could help tackle a projected worker shortage.
UT Tyler will be starting a physician assistance program.
UT Tyler's Longview campus is bringing in a new program.
The ability to train more and more healthcare professionals that want to live and work in all East Texas counties is really important.
Physician's assistants work closely with primary care physicians and nurses. The new program will be a 2 to 3 year program that will train students to be able to help in many ways, from patient care to assisting in surgeries.
If that physician's assistant is already attuned to what nurses do, it makes that collaboration that much more efficient.
According to the National Institutes of Health, the country is facing a shortage of physician assistants. UT Tyler President Dr. Julie Philly highlighting this issue and hoping to see local students be able to fill some of these gaps.
We can also take East Texans that care about East Texas and train them right here, and hopefully they'll stay and help us solve some of these shortages that we're going to see in the upcoming decades for healthcare.
I believe it says we're willing to invest in those who are willing to stay here.
County and state representatives showed up to speak at the event, with Representative Jay Dean having an announcement of his own.
They were announcing a $5 million addition to the UT Tyler budget, specifically earmarked for this physical assistant project.
Nursing students, including Kendrick Morris, say they are excited for the future of the medical field in East Texas.
You bring in the academic setting, the PAs to work on alongside and study with the nurses. It forges that relationship and that understanding of how they can work best together when they get in the real world.
Alex Weister, KLTV7 News.
The program is expected to begin in 2027, with applications opening next year. That first class will be roughly 30 students with room for expansion, and the starting pay range for graduates is between $125,000 and $131,000 a year.